Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss the market bounce on Greenland news. We're going to talk about a massive meme coin rug in the vibe coding space. And we're going to talk about BitGo's upcoming IPO today. GM, thank you all for joining us today on another lovely day. If you're listening over on X on Twitter, give us a comment, bookmark, retweet, like, push us out there in the algorithm. If you're on YouTube, drop a ticker. What are you buying? What are you selling? Did you get nuked in this Ralph nuke? What is going on today? And if you're listening over on Zora, where we stream each and every day, drop a comment. Let us know you're there. We are looking at comments on Zora as well. I'm joined today by Easy. Easy, how you feeling today?
Fuck Ralph. Fuck the Bags app. Fuck that dev. Fuck AI Wave 2. It's all a bunch of bullshit, dude. I literally tweeted yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm not bidding this, but this feels like it could be the one. And sure enough, the dev ends up nuking 2% of the supply in a single fucking candle. Not fucking thinking. How dumb are you? And that's the thing. Like, how dumb are you? Because in my brain, in my thoughts, it's would and could there have been a better way to do this? Yes. He was like, if I OTC'd it, it would have been at a 50% discount. Yeah, but your chart would not have gone to fucking zero. Right? You could have set up a single-sided LP and sold off as it ranged and went higher. No. You nuke it into the chart, draining liquidity, destroying trust with the team. I blame Bags for not educating this fucker. I blame the dev, who seems like they are aware of the ecosystem and crypto as a whole. And I blame myself for wanting to believe in something, Ray. That's how my morning's going. Like, I'm woken up at 4 a.m. by the fucking dogs. Saw the chart, was pissed off I was awake, and then was more pissed off this thing made a new all-time high, and now it's basically going to zero. How's your morning?
It's good. I didn't have any Ralph exposure. I was actually pissed that I didn't get into Ralph early because I was looking at this like 4 to 5 mil before the run-up. I was like, oh, this is cool, but like this is too nerdy for crypto Twitter to pick up and actually send. Turns out I was wrong. On a second point, like Ansem's like still has motion, but it's like on a generational cold streak. Like he was like pissed that he went into gas instead of Ralph, gas rugged. And then he tweeted about Ralph yesterday saying like saying that he's like bullish on it. Like here's the tweet right here. When you bought the wrong AI coin, while the other founder ships the most used GitHub of the year and directly adds value and additional token sinks to the coin on a daily basis, as it increasingly gets more traction with senior engineers across various companies. So basically like subtweeting the Ralph token here. Ralph sends on the back of this and now rugs again. Ansem. I don't know what's going on over there, but cold streak or like bull post before exiting, one of the two. Pretty wild stuff on that Ralph chart. I want to find the post by Jeffrey Huntley on this one because it's just like it's bad. Like you can tell, like I don't know if there's ever gonna be trust rebuilt from this. Like the post he put out, basically saying like, oh, I don't know anything. Like, well, he starts out saying moments like this will test paper hands from the diamond hands. Like the dev sells 2% and then like calls everyone else paper hands is just wild.
Like, bro, you're so oh my, I'm so mad about this.
It's been a fun few weeks where folks made millions trading this coin backwards and forwards. Like no one's made $1 million on this. And he said, like, he's answering in the comments. He's like, I never launched it, never had control, I never consented to this. But he did claim the fees and has been pumping it. Like, absolutely wild.
Like, you told everyone that you were going to continue to acknowledge it. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Really bad. And then, like, he makes comments that he doesn't understand how crypto Twitter works. And he, like, full stack nuked it. And people are like, well, you could have OTC'd. He's like, yeah, that would have hurt the chart just as much. It's like, which one? Do you know crypto and like you know how these things are going to affect the charts and how these markets are going to work? Are you pleading ignorance and like does that hold water? So there's a lot.
He did an interview previously on NFTs too, so like you're aware of the space.
Yeah, I mean it comes down to he had hundreds of thousands of dollars available to him, and rather than sit on it, continue to build. He said, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to cash out now. And my crypto journey is essentially over. I mean, to be honest, he's probably going to make the most money this way. Like, no lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's going to A, cash out the money, B, introduce volatility, introduce volume. That volume is going right back into his pocket via royalties. So it's not like he's not doing the best thing for himself. Like, it's just a completely selfish play, and he's acting in his own self-interest to make as much as possible. So pretty wild move there. I mean, this is an absolute nuke. 58 million. This thing went from 40 to 4 on this on that sell. Sold a quarter of the liquidity.
One wicked.
Yeah, wild stuff. If you bought the dip though, you're up 50%. I think this got down under 4 or around 4. So
great.
People still have faith in this one.
Yeah,
but,
great. That's great.
I have no trust in this, and I can't be putting anything in this. Even though I think that Ralph as a technology is cool, and I'm planning on using Ralph. I just have no interest in this token, and good riddance to any money out of my pocket into Jeff's pocket via this method. We got lots to talk about, Easy. I'm going to send the weather report over to you in the private chat. Start here and then get into it.
I'm not doing the weather report today, Ray.
All right, I'll do the weather report.
I'm just kidding. I got it. Today is Thursday, January 2nd, and we are here back again, ready to kill ourselves. That's where we're at. Just kidding. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors bounced with Bitcoin just under 90K, ETH at 2970, Solana at 129, and Hyperliquid down astra-frigonomically, man. Holy bejeebus. My God, $21. The SKR Token was the big winner on the day as it gained 275% on the day to a 400 million FDV. Wow.
500 now.
Huh?
500 now. Just moved up.
Another 100 mil added just in the last 30 seconds. Markets pumped after Trump canceled the EU tariffs, establishing a framework for Greenland deal. We also saw the Polymarket odds surge on the Greenland speculation all the way up to almost 55% at one point. Now back down sub 30%. The ensuring crypto volatility sparked over 500 milli vanilli in liquidations over the last 24 hours. Next up, BitGo raised 213 mil at a 2 bill FDV. This comes ahead of their IPO today and places their initial share price at $18. Sounds like they got a much better deal than Farcaster, which also raised, I don't know how much money, for the 6 total users on that platform. Finally, the Ralph meme coin dev, which we just talked about, sold 2% of the supply, cashing in for $200,000, sending the token from a 40 mil market cap to as low as 4 million. He's also cashed out $100,000 from Bags royalties, including a racist ticker that was similar to the Ralph coin, which he was claiming fees on every 4 seconds. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report, as always. Easy. Lots to unpack there. SKR Token, though, is looking nice. I claimed my airdrop and just staked it. I only got 5,000 of these tokens. So, I mean, 250 bucks current price.
What? How much is that?
250 bucks.
Nice.
So almost pays for the phone.
Yeah, almost.
Phone is still EV minus for me at this point. So we'll have to see how this goes. My thought process was stake it, hold it until it either goes to 0 or it more than pays off for the phone. So this is a moon or doom type play for me here. This is a pretty wild chart. I mean, this thing got all the way up to,
yeah, this thing's crushing.
Let's see here. What did this peak at? It got up to 700 mil FDV almost.
Yeah, it's
about a little under or a little over 50% circulating. Most people got smaller airdrops. I know some people in our community got massive ones. Big shout Bo Puppo. I think he got the top allocation, 750K tokens. And he was basically just using the phone as normal. So people who actually use the phone on a daily basis, he said he wasn't.
You got 750,000 tokens.
Yeah, so that's like almost 40 bands.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a big
one.
Big W for Bo Puppo in the chat there. So love to see that.
Wow.
Yeah. So top tier was huge for this. Continue to watch it play out. I mean, it's backed by Solana Mobile. Totally pushing it. I talked about it yesterday. Like it's one of the few ways you can get exposure to something like this in the crypto market. You know, I talked to you have Helium for kind of crypto mobile, but this being backed by Solana and pushed by Tolly. I mean, there's something interesting here. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue to hold this. This is just a sit on it, and it's going to be on my phone. I'm actually probably going to forget it exists. I need that phone physically to access it since it's on like the encrypted wallet on that phone. So we'll see if I remember this in a couple of years when I dust off that phone and say, hey, wait a minute, don't I have some of the secret token? This is now the future currency of the world. Moving on after a little bit of a tangent there. BitGo announcing their IPO today. Interesting to see this this news. First crypto IPO of the year. Do you have any interest in BitGo?
What is BitGo? I'm not familiar with it.
So digital asset infrastructure company. They have the federally chartered national bank as well. So they're doing probably it's like crypto exchange, crypto infrastructure, custody, stuff like that.
Interesting. I mean, no.
Not
interested.
Not interested. I want to see what their ticker is going to be. I wonder if it's listed yet. BitGo Holdings Inc. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be BTGO. So keep an eye on this. Normally the ICO or the IPOs don't launch right at market open, but I'll keep our eye over there on market open to see if we get any data on price for that first crypto IPO of the year. I think we'll probably have a handful this year with new regulations. I think we're expecting some big ones. So that's pretty exciting. Follow price action there, but I think I'm with Easy. I'm not jumping on this immediately right now. I don't think the landscape and narrative are there for like retail to be piling in and like aping into a crypto IPO like they were last year when we saw some of the big run-ups like from Circle on day one. But one to track, one to watch out for. What else do we have? Massachusetts court. This one's right up your alley, Easy. They filed an injunction against Kalshi, trying to get them to remove all sports-related event contracts in the state. Do you have any thoughts on the legislation kind of surrounding prediction markets? What do you think like this all resolves on? Do you think like everyone has to pull sports from the prediction markets? And if they do, like, do you think this is like a huge blow, or do you think that they're already established enough that things can kind of continue on?
I think it's up in the air. Who knows? Like that's the hardest part. Who knows where it's gonna go? You're in the situation where you're kind of like, okay, I don't actually know what the next situation is gonna be. Like, it's very tough to say. Do they cancel sports contracts? Honestly, probably. Like, there's definitely an argument to be made there.
Yeah, I mean, I know that all the sports books, they're heavily regulated and they put a lot of effort into like building the regulations, lobbying, making sure things are like in place, and like they spend a lot of money and they want to protect their investment, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm looking over at like I'm just trying to figure out like how they are reacting to this in terms of stock price. Like this is DraftKings. Peaked in 2021 with the rest of the market, drew down in 2022 with the rest of the market, and it's been on a run up. I mean, this looks really similar to like most crypto charts, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like this hasn't fallen off a cliff since like the adoption of prediction markets, or like what we think is the adoption of prediction markets. Down a little less than 50% from its local highs, $31. I'd be like watching some of these rulings and like maybe I'm like semi interested in getting into some of these, like getting into like a DraftKings and trading, like swing trading, like bullish regulation for them, because I have to imagine if prediction markets continue to grow, continue to eat, they'll continue to eat into the sports gambling side of things, because inherently by being peer-to-peer markets and having low fees, that they're offering a better opportunity to retail. They just need to have it packaged in a UX that's like more digestible. My friends are a bunch of like degens. They do a lot of sports gambling, and I've been trying to introduce them to prediction markets to see if they would like, find better lines, find better opportunities. There are people who like shop lines between books and everything, but they still haven't like jumped into getting a Kalshi or a Polymarket app on their phones, which is like, I think speaks volumes to like where adoption is for retail. Because if these guys are like the target audience for the prediction markets on the sports side and they haven't jumped in yet, what is it going to take to get them in? And I think it has to be something surrounding like UX.
But there's just too much legislation and push and lobbying from these sports books, right? Like that's the thing I look at is like there's so much from that team and that side that I'm surprised that we're seeing this. You know what I mean?
That we're seeing like prediction markets allowed to offer
Get
sports
some traction. Yeah. Like because they spent so much money to get sports gambling legalized in some capacity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So seeing this is like even more surprising, I guess, to me.
Yeah. I mean, are your friends using prediction market apps? I know
They use Kalshi, they use Polymarket. They like check out a bunch of this stuff for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like wondering like what people's experiences are with non-crypto native users on prediction markets, because I basically have like a sample size of 0 at this point, and even though I have people who are like degenerate on the gambling side. So continuing to watch adoption on prediction markets. And speaking of prediction markets, do you have any plays you've been making on Polymarket? Any movements that are interesting? I know you've been following the Netflix markets closely. What's the current state of affairs for Netflix markets? Any value to be had?
The tough part is I got like a really good fill early in the week on a couple shows that like had no chance. So I've already exited those. Right now it's relatively clear who's going to win for each week or for each market. Like it's not worth it to take swings in my opinion right now. The number 2 Netflix thing is interesting because you have a 65-cent favorite right now that we'll have to wait and see. Kidnapped Elizabeth Smart story, which is gaining some steam. I'm kind of still waiting though. Like the rip was the clear winner. Damn, I could have got the rip. I was not watching it yesterday. Oh, this thing was down to 70 cents. That would have been such free money.
Global movie?
Top US.
US
I
movie?
would have loved to pick that up at 70. Yeah, it dipped all the way down to 70 cents for the rip.
Yeah.
On US movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to find US movie. I'm basically just see global movie right now. I see like every market except for top US movie. And then is top global show basically his and hers is a lock?
Yeah, that's gonna be the lock.
80% isn't terrible though. You can fill at 82. These close on Thursdays? Or no? This closes Monday.
Say that again?
Closes Monday.
Yeah, it closes Sunday night and then gets released on Tuesday.
Okay. So Rip It Global movie. Number 2 show, global. Agatha Christie is getting some traction globally. What's Finding Her Edge? Is a skating movie?
Yeah, skating.
Interesting. You had no on WWE early, right? I believe.
Like I got it at 55 cents, which was crazy. I saw the order book and I was like, their last season did not do well. So yeah, I'm gonna take this.
That's awesome. Big win there.
Yeah, I was like very, very happy about that.
Number 2 movie. You said Kidnapped Elizabeth Smart. This one looking pretty likely.
It's tough to say. It really depends on like the next couple days shake up, but I do like it.
Big spread. You can buy yes at 78 and no at 49. So
yeah, that's why it's like there's a pretty decent spread.
And then top show his and hers again. This one
it's gonna win a 3rd week in a row.
Interesting. Any other markets you've had your eye on in terms of Prediction markets, mention markets, Greenland markets. You mentioned
I haven't been trading mention markets too much. I kind of want to get back into it. I just got to take the time to like research some stuff. I still trade Counter-Strike markets. I just enjoy them, which is like a guilty pleasure of trading them. The esports stuff, but that's like straight up sports gambling. So
yeah, it's like the
we'll
entertainment
see.
things. If you're betting on
Yeah.
these, things, you're doing it so you can be invested in the actual event.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Mention markets.
I'm not looking into that.
I want a market on Snow Total where I'm at. Big winter storm coming in this weekend.
There's got to be a market for that. Like I'm surprised there's not.
Yeah, like how much snow is there going to? Okay, here we go. We got it. How many inches of snow in NYC this weekend or DC? So I'm between New York and DC over in Delaware. I'm trying to figure out if I need to buy a generator. They're saying like 1 to 2 feet of snow where I'm at. So that's
crazy.
Yeah.
You got a snowblower?
No. Nope. Do not have a snowblower, and we now have like an extra long sidewalk, which is a massive.
Oh hell no!
Because we're like on like technically a corner lot, kind of like they were supposed to build a road next to our house, but they never did. So like there's a sidewalk there that people use. So I have like extra sidewalk that I need to shovel. Maybe taking a trip to Home Depot today, buy a generator, so I make sure I have my fridge and internet.
Are they even gonna have generators, dude?
I think so. I think this is like it's like I don't know. There's a Home Depot and a Lowe's right next to me, and they're both like massive, like the biggest size you can get. Like they have tons of stock for stuff like this. But generator or snowblower, I might go get them and surprise the wife with some purchases when she gets home. Say, hey,
there you go.
Guess what I got?
There you go.
Yeah, so I kind of want to bet this market. There's a lot of snow, 13 to 15 in Washington, D.C. That's going to shut things down on Capitol Hill. So, okay, are there any political markets that could be interesting if D.C. is shut down? Like anything that's like resolving
government shutdown.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, when would that happen? By the end of the month?
Yeah, there's a chance, but it looks like it's fallen off. It seems like they've got a deal in place. That would have been a much better market to take early on.
Interesting. Yeah, to only 10% chance at this point.
So Ray, you remember that company DFDV?
Yeah.
Solana holding company?
Yes.
They launched a meme coin.
What?
Yeah, called Don't. It's at 13 mil right now.
All right, so this is DFDV. They are at 200 mil as a company. Yeah. All right, so it's called Don't, you said? Do you have a tweet for the launch of this? Is it on their site?
Let me see. There's a whole like page for it.
Is it
called disclaimer coin?
All right, so let me find this. Don't disclaimer coin. Please don't buy it. Don't be a dummy. Disclaimer. So this is launched by DFDV. Don't scroll down. All right. I'm just going to read this for anyone listening. Disclaimer: this is not financial advice. This is not a recommendation. Disclaimer coin, ticker Don't, has no value, no utility, and no future. It is a joke and not even a very good one. Don't you know? Meme coins are pure PvP. Yeah, this might be the first meme coin ever created by a publicly traded company, DeFi Development Corp, NASDAQ DFDV. Yeah, maybe it revives the trenches and showcases Solana's superior performance, but still don't buy it. There's no roadmap, no KOLs, no cabal, no pitch deck, no white paper, nothing. Sure, DFDV intends to hold 30% of the Don't supply forever, meaning no mass ecosystem extraction like other meme coins. It all stays in the Solana ecosystem. Still don't buy it. If you're still reading this, we strongly advise you to stop right now. You shouldn't care that the contract address is contract address, and our website is disclaimercoin.com. Should you decide to proceed, you acknowledge that you're entitled to the following. You're not entitled to the following: refunds, complaints, good judgment, emotional stability, and the ability to tell your friends, followers, families, or hedge fund managers that you're a savvy investor. For the final time, please just don't do it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So tokenomics, 30% held on DFDV's balance sheet forever. 10% to
they
early.
Put it on the balance sheet.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
Maybe I buy some of this.
It's at 14 mil. I feel like it goes to like 40, right? Like,
I feel like there's a 2x here. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some live. Oh wow, it's at 14. It's flying. We're just gonna YOLO a 5 sol buy into this. We're going to. What is this price here? Interesting. So the supply isn't like an even number. What's the supply on this thing? Okay. Anyway, well, we just bought some, set a sell order for 2x to sell initials, and we'll see how this goes. Thanks for the alpha, Easy. Hopefully this one doesn't rug to 0. Is there any mention of DFDV, like from DFDV on this?
just on the site.
Let me see if we can find something over on Twitter. Do some slight due diligence after buying things. You
that's how you got to do it.
Yeah. Dude, what's their Twitter?
I think just DFDV, right?
There you go, DeFi Dev Corp. Okay, so they actually announced it. Launched.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. 8:30 a.m. So roughly an hour ago. Interesting.
It's one of those things like, is this a PvE type of play?
I mean, this is just like the classic, like this thing's gonna rug and everyone's gonna be like, what are we doing? Like a soul treasury launching a meme coin and rugging it. I don't know, but like if they don't, like I think this is excellent pure play marketing and maybe generating cash flow. And also like you're creating a balance sheet asset out of thin air that probably has some sort of value, even if you don't sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can put this on your balance sheet and say like, here are assets that we have. You don't need to do any sort of like sale or anything. I do see the 10% goes to the early contributors. That's a little concerning, but we'll see what happens. Interesting. They have a Telegram. This is so funny. Publicly traded companies with a meme coin Telegram is where we're at in the cycle. If you said there weren't enough top signals, you can just continue on with the list at this point. Let's look at this disclaimer coin on the 1 minute here. I mean, this thing is basically sitting where we bought it. Topped initially at 16, 17 mil. It's trading at 14 million now. If I was a responsible meme coin buyer, I maybe would wait to retrace in the 5 to 7 mil range and look for another breakout.
Dude, so if this goes to 1 bill, then DFDV added $300 million to their market cap.
I heard you type in that prompt. It's so good.
No, I was typing a tweet because I'm about to post about it.
Well, DFDV's market cap is 200 mil.
Yeah, so if this goes to 1 billion, then DFDV's balance sheet has more than the market cap.
Where can I trade DFDV leveraged on chain? Also, is flipping DFDV like the signal for this token? Like, is that, well, hey, we're gonna flip the actual company? Because like that's
you like have to
market cap where it's like on the table. Whereas like you have like these crazy like SPX is gonna flip the stock market. Like, okay, yeah, that's a great goal, but a meme coin launched by a publicly traded company flipping the publicly traded company would just be very, very funny, and I think would be on news. So I think it's worth a flyer. Hopefully get initials out and ride this risk free at some point, but good comms there on this. Hopefully it doesn't go to 0, but you know, like any of these easily could. Yeah, crazy. Very crazy. Did you request any BitGo IPO? Like, could we do this?
No.
I didn't see
I haven't been doing much of like the equity stuff.
Huh.
Like, I just keep buying open. I just have so much of that because I'm just like long-term bullish on it. I think the housing market and everything is something I like deeply care about, so I want exposure there.
Do you have just like recurring buys? Or you just going in manually every once in a while?
Yeah, I have a recurring buy set up.
Okay. I mean, this looks like a pretty good chart. This is a bull flag, is it not?
Mm-hmm. It looks good.
Yeah, this is one that is a bit interesting to me. I do think that, this is something that's needed and has room for disruption. It's like whether they can execute it on it or not. We'll see. This is one I'm watching. I mean, Open, Tesla, Robinhood, just on my radar, but I haven't really put a ton into equities. Like most of my risk on outside of retirement is like in crypto. So
yeah,
equities have outperformed, and it makes me like, I feel like I'm late almost. Like I don't want to be aping into equities as like the equities like crypto ratio is like
ridiculously hot.
Yeah. So that's my thought process. And, I could just continue to be wrong and I should be buying the strong asset, but we'll see. We shall see.
The disclaimer coin responded to me.
Really?
It said, interesting math. Don't buy this. Still don't buy it.
Let's take a look over here on my share. All right, let's go. Publicly traded meme coin. That's really funny.
Yeah, interesting math. Still don't buy it.
Do we respond like when buy Bodoggo? When Bodoggo PFP?
Just send them a fucking dog at this point.
Here's a Bodoggo. Don't PFP it.
Yeah. I don't want any hand in it.
Oh man, pretty crazy stuff coming out of the meme coin market this morning. Love to see a little bit of action, some fun stuff there. Well, we have rugs, we have publicly traded companies launching coins. We have a little bit of everything. We talked about tokenized equities. I was looking for DFDV. Big news coming out of Ondo Finance. They've now cleared 200 plus tokenized equities over on Ondo. Have you used Ondo at all for trading any of these stocks or doing any RWA stuff?
I have not, no.
I haven't either. Let's do a little exploring on what's going on here. So they launched global markets, app.ondo.finance for those following along. It looks like it's not available in the US, so can't do much here right now. I wish I could at least see what was going on, like to understand it, but we'll have to take a look at that later. Apologies for those watching, listening. I thought we'd be able to dive in a little bit deeper on the Ondo stocks, but 200 plus tokenized equities. They're going to include NVIDIA, Walmart, Meta, Amazon, launched via Jupiter Exchange. Pretty cool to see. Okay, here we go. I've got a CoinGecko Ondo link here so we can see everything they have tokenized. Yeah, I mean, good list here. Moderna, Iron, Chevron, Amazon, Reddit, Coinbase, Palantir. I want to see if they have DFDV or any of these holding companies in here.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, like this would be a great day to have DFDV tradable.
Yeah,
as a tokenized equity, because I would love to do a leverage trade on that, because you have to figure if this meme coin actually moves and adds like a significant,
the meme coin goes to like 50 mil, and theoretically DFDV should rip, right? Like,
right, because it's on their balance sheet.
Yeah, 30% is on their balance sheet.
You can get some DoorDash. You can do a DoorDash tokenized stat. You do the long degeneracy on-chain portfolio. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing any DFDV here, but a cool list of tokenized equities nonetheless. I'm going to have to take a quick flight over to Mexico later and figure out what I could be trading over on Ondo for these. So other big news, like lots of big news yesterday. We saw that the Mask network is taking over stewardship of Lens Protocol, and then we also saw that Neynar, which I have had no idea what it was, still have no idea what it was. They acquired Farcaster. I guess Farcaster not doing so hot, not getting traction. Sells off to new steward. This is Neynar. Inc., I believe, or Neynar XYZ. There was a post from founder Dan Romero. Some of the members of the team will step back from day-to-day work, move on to some new stuff. Rish Manan and the rest of the Neynar team have been building on Farcaster from the start. He was one of the first Farcaster clients, and its infrastructure powers much of the developer ecosystem. So it sounds like it's people who are involved with the building of Farcaster. So it sounds like they took control now. Doesn't look like anything is changing right now. They're also acquiring Clanker, which is the token launch pad on Farcaster. So interesting to see what's going on here. It feels like a lot of the base stuff is struggling. I don't know if it's struggling due to lack of support from Coinbase or just lack of product market fit. You can make arguments that Farcaster as a social media on-chain platform doesn't have a ton of product market fit outside of this small niche, and this small niche right now is in a very much bear market. So like hard to figure out where revenue might come from in a scenario like that. But good product that's been around multiple cycles. Sad to see it kind of have to change hands like this, but interesting nonetheless. I think Coinbase needs to do something with their on-chain, like their differentiator, like against other publicly traded companies like Robinhood and stuff is how deeply ingrained with on-chain they are. And it feels like they're just not capitalizing on that market. Like if anyone's like talking about any kind of tokens or anything, it's always Solana. If you're talking about infrastructure, it's a lot of it's like ETH mainnet, you know? You have Arbitrum launching Hyperliquid like Base. Coinbase have been behind the 8 ball on the on-chain side of things. So I think maybe more support from Coinbase and the Base team for some of this on-chain on some of these on-chain apps would make a ton of sense. And I think like it could start with just like an airdrop, like a base token announcement. Because if there's a base token, you're for sure going to see an uptick in volume across the chain, and people are going to have more eyes exposure on all these apps. So we'll have to figure out. It's kind of a chicken and egg problem. Are we going to? Is it the apps that don't have product market fit, or there not enough eyeballs on the apps to kind of grow and figure out how to fit into the market? But all this kind of train of thought coming out of this Farcaster announcement. Yeah. Any interest in Coinbase stock, Easy?
No.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling the same way.
No.
For the reasons I just said, Coinbase down almost 50% now from a $450 local top in August. Not looking like a great chart here for sure, but long term in an uptrend. Short term, not so much. So continue to watch this, monitor this, and see how the Coinbase and Base ecosystem continues to survive. Some news and notes from the newsletter. If you follow the newsletter, you get this in your inbox every day, Monday through Friday, with a special recap on the weekend. I'm going to go through a number of these stories today, give you some quick hitters, let you know what is going on in the market. So first up, crypto market structure bill gets delayed for multiple months after Coinbase pushes back. Gold and silver pulled back as equities and crypto ripped with the Greenland announcement. Coinbase experienced some issues showing incorrect balances for users on their platform. The Vietnam Securities Commission approved crypto trading markets. Some of those are going live now. The Fight airdrop checker is now live ahead of their TGE this week. Japanese bonds continued to experience massive sell-offs. Pending U.S. home sales experienced their largest decline since COVID. Nansen launched an AI-powered trading app. All this and more, dailybones.com. Subscribe today to get this news into your inbox. All the most actionable and important crypto news in the most concise means necessary. Went through all these stories, had a lot to talk about. Anything else you want to add before we wrap? Maybe a little early here, Ian?
I think that's it. I think that kind of covers everything. I mean, we have DFDV launching. They're up to 15 mil, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, making new all-time high now. This is nuts. What a morning.
What a morning. I'm like typing in DFDV as a ticker instead of don't. Yeah, 15.5 mil. Like this is, yeah, it's crazy. I'd be surprised if I don't hit my take profit at 28, but who knows? Who knows on this? If the Solana trenches can't send this token, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But You know, I've said that.
Yeah, it's been an interesting morning on chain.
It has been. Thank you all for listening. It's been another wonderful show. We appreciate you listening day in and day out. We do this podcast Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. You can watch us back on YouTube on Zora, where we stream each and every day. See what we're talking about